Okay, so welcome to LifeVantage, and would like to talk to you a little bit about biohacking today. For me, biohacking is another word for optimizing our health, and we basically a biohacker is someone who uses science and technology to make his or her body function better and more efficiently. A little bit about your presenters tonight. So my name is Raji Deva. I'm a Premier Pro 6 in Byron Bay, New South Wales. So around Byron Bay, I live in Pottsville in a beautiful coastal town. And I'm very passionate about health. I have some experience, some education in Chinese medicine. I've been doing yoga instruction for 25 years. And being very, very passionate in Chinese medicine, shiatsu, watsu, reiki, all sorts of various healing alternatives. And that's why I'm so excited to partner with LifeVantage and their incredible 100% natural products. With me tonight is Beata Koropatwa. She's a Premier Pro 6 from Melbourne. Beata, do you want to say a couple of words about yourself?
Oh, thank you, Raji. Yes, thank you. I'm from Melbourne and I joined this company about 2 years ago. I work as a CEO and I chair some boards, and I just saw this opportunity and thought this is the most incredible opportunity I'd seen in 27 years of business.
Thank you, Beata. Yes, absolutely. I agree. I join you here. As you know, those of you who know me, I've been really passionate about health, especially natural health alternatives. So for me to partner with this company, you'll soon see, is a very, very exciting news, especially with the business opportunity here. Now, we want to make a disclaimer before we start that LifeVantage and its affiliates do not claim to cure, heal, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any disease. This information is for educational purposes only. LifeVantage distributors are independent contractors and are not employees, and any views and statements expressed or implied in and during this presentation does not necessarily reflect the views of LifeVantage Corporation, its management, or shareholders. So let's start. Who is LifeVantage? Well, we are 17 years young, founded in 2003, and known as the leaders in the science of nutrigenomics, which is a cutting-edge science. What is nutrigenomics? Biohacking or optimizing with nutrigenomics is basically, if we break the word nutro is to do with the science of nutrition, and genomics is to do with our genes. So it's the study of how nutritions are naturally occurring compounds affect our genes. Founded on science, all of our products have scientifically backed. So we're not just, claiming all sorts of things. We actually have studies upon studies showing that our products are delivering what we stand behind to deliver with them. So our purpose at large is to imagine a world that's abundant in health and also helping people financially. So health and finance, I see them both intertwined. We can be healthy, but sometimes also when our financials poor, it's really, really hard for us to optimize our life. So it's beautiful to have both. And with the combined cutting edge research of nutrigenomics and the leverage plan to build your own legacy, this is just the most incredible opportunity. So LifeVantage Legacy also has commitment to the community on many, many different fronts. I know, for example, last year, sorry, in Mexico, millions of children throughout, we helped build homes in Mexico for children. And it's an incredible notion to know that our company is backing a lot of community projects. I know in Australia last year, we were looking at a few homeless projects as well that are now being reviewed. The history of LifeVantage, well, a little bit about the history. 2003 really is when it was founded. And that was following scientists, doctors who found, after trial and error of over 2,000 different formulas or synergies rather, with natural compounds, they have found an incredible synergy, herbal synergy that optimizes the ability of our cells to produce antioxidants. So in 2005, ABC Primetime aired this product in an attempt to refute the product, to say that, well, you know, look at this company and its claims. Surely that's not possible. That's not possible that a herbal synergy can claim to reduce oxidative stress by such a large amount. So they took the product. Beata, what's the name of the investigative report person? Remember?
Oh, his name is John somebody, but it's ABC Investigative, which is similar to 60 Minutes here in Australia.
That's right. And he took the product, he took the product daily. They tested on the 14th day, his oxidative stress was reduced by 45%. And by the 30th day by 70%, which was just groundbreaking. It was even more than the claims the companies made. So as you can imagine, the sales skyrocketed that night. And of course, LifeVantage was quite a small company at that time, suddenly couldn't deal with the amount of sales, and at some point they had to hire a professional and go, okay, well, how can we do this in the best way? Because, you know, to sit on the shelves in some supermarkets, well, not supermarkets, but, you know, pharmacies is not going to probably work the best. What really works is to have a story behind it, just like the story that we had on ABC. So they have converted to network marketing in 2009, which is now giving us 10, 11 years. So this is what happened just in the last year. Last year, 2019, biggest annual revenues in history of the company. So that's 10 years now. So the company has just grown and grown for the last 10 years. Added to the 3,000 most reputable companies on the whole entire globe market. This is big, guys, because we've got tens of thousands of companies out there. 2019 also won the 2 Stevie Awards for the best new product, won the award for the best home-based business, DSA rates best company to work for, and in 2020, just a month, and I believe it was January the 8th, rang the NASDAQ bell in New York Stock Exchange market. And that's, guys, the most, there's no bigger ceremony in the business world than actually ringing the NASDAQ bell. I think last year it was Amazon that rang the NASDAQ bell for the beginning of the year. So it's just showing you what kind of league LifeVantage is at. And the stock has increased by 75% in the last 3 years. So that's we are heading towards a $1 billion company in the next 3 or 5 years. Would you say, Beata, is that a fair statement to make?
Yes, Raji, and what's really interesting, in the last 14 months, the actual share price has quadrupled. So today we sit at about 220 million, and in 3 to 5 years, which is such a short period, going to $1 billion, this company is moving.
Wow. And, you know, Australia is, it's going to be probably one of the biggest market for LifeVantage products. We are already breaking records. That's very, very exciting. But what we're really passionate about is to talk about wholesome health. You know, when we're teaching about health, we're not just going, well, here's a magic pill and it's going to fix all of your problems. Absolutely not. We talk about lifestyle. We talk about what we eat, how we sleep, you know, what kind of environment we live in, what kind of community and connectedness we have. We talk about genetics. We talk about a whole spectrum, a whole gamut of what makes a healthy life. So this is really important, and that's really my part in the education as a health educator, is to teach people how to live healthy in a wholesome way, and not, of course, just taking some supplement. Now, we want to let you know that that's probably not something that gets talked enough about, but aging starts in quite a young age, right? If you look at, for example, if you look at a heart and lungs, their function starts to decline at about age 20 and in the 20s, but the heart rates declines 20-30% from the age of 20 to 70. The lung, the breathing capacity declines by the age of 20. Bones, mineral content after 35. And we're talking about muscles, brain, that's also eyes around the age of 40. So that's a huge rapid deterioration of our body organism. And that's what we call aging. But let's look at what causes aging. Well, what we know today is that free radicals attack our cells. And when we say cells, we're basically talking about the whole body, because each and every part of our body is made out of cells. So when we have a free radical invasion, free radicals are things that are coming from the outer environment of the cell and basically trying to get into the cell, right? Attached to the cell. The free radical can be caused by pollution. As you know, we have a lot more pollution now in the 20th century, 21st century, than we had 400 years ago. We have radiations, we have carcinogenics, we have all sorts of things like that. And also we have stress, toxins, even the mere physical, function of the body, like exercise or, eating, sleeping, all of these things cause oxidative stress, which is basically the stress become oxidized. Okay, so why should we lower our oxidative stress? Well, because stress damages our cell, our proteins and DNA, which can contribute towards aging. Well, it contributes hugely towards aging. Google that up, oxidative stress. How do we lower oxidative stress? Well, in the older days, just not long ago, we had a theory that as long as we eat enough antioxidants like berries and various fruits and vegetables, then we can lower oxidative stress. And that's true. However, there's so much we can eat, right? Like we can't just sit and eat all day. Even that in itself is going to create an illness. So if I have a punnet of berries, I probably have about 7,000 of, antioxidant sort of units that can attach to free radicals. But we have an invasion of millions of free radicals every day. So how are we going to counter this onslaught of free radicals every day if all we can eat is a few thousands of or tens of thousands of antioxidants in the best food and diet that we have? Well, we biohack. We basically optimize by having this synergy. When Protandim is our prime product here, having a synergy of herbs that can actually turn on a switch that's called the NRF2. Google that up. And that switch signals the cells to actually create their own antioxidants by the millions, my friends. So this is incredible, by the millions versus by thousands, okay, through food. And that is big, which is why the investigative reporter has seen a huge rapid decline in the oxidative stress levels. Protandim NRF2 synergizers is an activator of the NRF2 pathway that combats free radicals. It has 31 peer-reviewed studies. And if for those of you who don't understand what peer-reviewed studies are, well, it has to go through such huge scrutiny of doctors and scientists before it's published. In fact, hardly any studies can be published unless they are absolutely 100%, backed by many parties that are involved. So to have 26 published on PubMed.gov, which is the biggest medical forum on the planet, on the internet, is quite extraordinary. In fact, I don't know about any other product that has 26 published peer-reviewed studies on PubMed. 5 all natural herbs. Let's have a look at those herbs: ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea, milk thistle, and turmeric. Wow. So that's all about the synergy. But a lot of people sometimes say, yeah, Raji, well, I can go to the health food store and I can get some green tea and turmeric and bacopa, ashwagandha, milk thistle, put them together and just make sure I have it every day and I'll be good, right? Well, that's not quite true, because look at this chart. The sum of these ingredients can only be that beneficial, but when it's combined with the right synergy, the right ratio, and by the way, that's patented, that is increased 18 times its efficiency, right? So it's an incredible synergy. And as I remember with one of the doctors that first studied this product, we know that it's been trialed over 2,000 times in 2,000 different combinations. Okay, so protamblin upregulates glutathione. Do you know that glutathione is the master antioxidant protein in your body? So when that's optimized, when that's increased, then that means that it can counter a lot more of the free radical damage in your body. And as we know, protamblin, and when we say that, we can actually legally say that protamblin promotes glutathione production, boosting it by 300%. That's incredible. What kind of studies do we have? Washington State University, Louisiana State University, Ohio, Texas, Colorado, Virginia, all of them wanted to study the product. They asked, can we please study? Independent studies, Harvard University, National Institute of Aging, and many more. Now, Washington State University released this statement saying that the NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. It is our opinion, they say, that raising NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach into the foreseeable future. This is an incredible statement, absolutely incredible statement. So watch the future of medicine. Now, the response to protamblin is incredible. Like the Heart Association of America has published a study and a review on the product as well. That's in the journal Circulation. We have a few other books that have published studies. And as I said, this is not an antioxidant, it's not an antioxidant. It's an activator. So it's really important to remember the difference. We're not saying, well, like vitamin C, well, take this as a supplement that will add something. No, we use the synergy to activate something the body already has that then allows the body to produce its own resource, massive resource of antioxidants. Okay, so the 3 pillars to our health at LifeVantage is our grand product protamblin, which is the only product on the market that's that effective, that's 100% natural. I know there was a synthetic version, Tecfidera, I think it was called, very expensive and a lot less effective, and of course synthetic, who wants that? So protamblin is certainly what we lead by, and we believe that most people need to have this on a daily basis. The probiotic, I won't go too much into it, but I just have probably a slide here. The ProBio for LifeVantage has an incredible technology. So as you know, gut health is really important. So with the ProBio, our DR caps actually allow the release of these, some 6 billion bacteria to be slowly released into the small intestine, so that the assimilation of our nutrition is a lot better. And it's really important. Gut health is super important. Google that up as well. Most capsules, most probios disintegrate within 7 minutes because the stomach acid just literally kills it away, like it just consumes it. But with a DR capsule, it's a slow release. It takes 52 minutes to start disintegrating. And then once it gets into the intestine, it starts to distribute these good bacteria. And they have high quality strains of bacteria, includes beta-glucan, which is also important for the immune health. So we have a real prime product here. And I want to go back here with the NRF1. That's another synergy that which is fairly new. So we don't have a lot of published studies on it, but it's yet another synergy that helps keep the mitochondria functioning at peak performance. The mitochondria is the tiny little factories in the cells, and as we age, those factories become less and less, and we feel less vital, less active, with less energy. So it's like flipping the switch with the NRF2 we're doing with the NRF1 with the mitochondria. We give ourselves more energy. We'll help it repair. We'll help create more mitochondria. And that's, again, all with 5 natural herbs. Please have a look at the herbs content later. We have an incredible skincare. I won't go too much into it, but I can only tell you that as a Byron girl, all I wanted is just organic stuff, right? And I must admit I had to have this set because on my pack it was just one of the things that was included. So I had to use it. And so when I used it, I just could never go back to anything else. I'm addicted officially to the perfecting lotion, which is basically like putting aloe vera on my face. I love the shampoo, hair care set. And I won't go much into it, but I just want you to know it just recently won a silver, the Stevie Wynn Silver Award. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Think Dirty application, but that's an application that basically scans the products on the market today. And as you can see, our products in LifeVantage are scoring the super, super clean. It's really hard to find products that score that high rating of a clean, non-toxic products. Like, I dare you, go and find even the things that you thought were really good and safe. Check it out on Think Dirty and see how hard it is to actually score the 0, 1, and 2 green light rating on products. And that goes across all of our products. So this is just unbelievable. Okay, no carcinogenics, no toxins. It's just clean and pure as you can get it. Okay, so the manufacturing lab quality, we just wanted you to know, is an absolute perfection. LifeVantage products are consistent, are effective, and 100% tested, and our manufacturing process exceeds industry standards. So there's no concerns about, you know, where it's coming from and like, you know, where has it been sourced or whatever. Like, it's really all carefully examined and tested before a batch is prepared. And they go through quite rigorous checks in regards to that. They check every batch. So basically, that's it. I'm going to hand it over to our beloved Beata. She's an incredible businesswoman, and she's going to talk to you about the business side of things a little bit more. And yeah, thank you for your time, folks. Another 10 minutes with Beata. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Raji. And look, thank you all for having me. We just have a great big vision for everybody, to lead a healthier life, but very importantly too, it's to look after their wealth as well, because in today's society, you know, with our health, we always need a second income. So that is our big vision, to make people healthier and also wealthier. Thank you, Raji. So we've got a passion for progression, and we started off as a very small biotech company, and today we are actually an industry leader in biohacking itself. So we've really progressed, and we believe that there's no limit to kind of human potential when it exists, you know, from a passionate point of view. We play in a global field. We actually, in America, support a soccer team, a fairly prominent soccer team, and they've actually done tests for us. And we had a study done that actually we checked athletes who actually ran 50-kilometre marathon. We checked for their oxidative stress prior to the marathon, and then we tested them after the marathon, and they had zero change in oxidative stress. And as we know, exercise will actually cause oxidative stress, but the Protandim help to keep the body stable. So it's remarkable, and you know, a leading soccer company would not be endorsing a product without that sort of testimony.
That's right.
Thank you, Raji. So network marketing, okay, a lot of people know it as direct sales, or, you know, I actually call it as e-commerce. It's really bigger than ever, okay? A lot of people have got online businesses. You know, we've got supporters of online business such as Bill Gates and Sir Richard Branson endorse this marketing, going direct to the customer. You know, there's almost 90 million people in the world growing a network marketing business, and they use it as a plan B or an additional income. And in Australia alone, last year, there was 1.4 billion of sales in Australia and over 2 billion across the globe. So it's a growing profession, and weekly there's about 150,000 people that join network marketing. So I'd love to talk to you about linear and leveraged income. Linear income is really interesting, and what I'd been doing for the last 25 years. The last 2 years, I have not really understood about leveraged income. Linear income is, you trade your time for your money. So you go to work from 9 to 5, and you earn an income that way. Leveraged income, on the other hand, is when you bring on a team of people, of distributors, and you all grow together and you all promote and sell the product. You get the benefit of it. It's really quite extraordinary, and they're calling this the business of the future. There was a fabulous book that many people know by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a classic business book, and I love the quote that he had said in there. And he said, if you are not making money while you're sleeping, you will work for the rest of your life. So that leveraged income is really important, and so many people now see the benefit of it. We work on referrals, okay, and I'll explain that a little bit further. Imagine you go to see a great movie, and then you ring someone and say, I just saw this great movie. That's a referral, but you don't get paid for it. With our product, people love our product. They use it, they get great results, and then they tell their cousin, they tell all the people around them, and then all of a sudden, that's how you start building your business. It's really that very much referral based, and all of a sudden you've got a fairly massive business with regards to the product. So in business, timing is everything. Okay, in my experience, it's all about the timing. We're actually at the base level of this business, really. The business today is only worth about 220 million, but set to do $1 billion. So the timing of LifeVantage is absolutely crucial, and we only really have a handful of distributors here in Australia. We were invited to the New York Stock Exchange. As Raji mentioned, we were invited to ring the bell. That's a really big deal. It means we're a progressive company. It means we're a strong and ethical company. For us, that's it was such an accolade that we went and rang the bell. Last year it was Amazon. So they're not little companies. And I just love to mention too, again, we're on the stock exchange. Our share price has quadrupled in the last 13 months. We have Erin Brockovich on our board, highly ethical. So that's, that's a really big deal for our company.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raji. So globally pioneering, the field of nutrigenomics. So for us, we're only in 24 countries. Okay, we don't even have 100,000 distributors worldwide. Most companies that are direct sales have about 500,000 or more. We started in New Zealand about 2 months ago, and it's just going crazy. So it's definitely, a great business, a young business in its infancy, even though it's 17 years old. Now, how do we get paid? We actually get paid 9 different ways, okay, weekly and monthly, and you can go back to the person and they can explain that. But also our company, when you get to a certain level, you get a market share, you get, a profit share of the company, which is extraordinary. And, companies don't do that unless they believe in their products. And some of our people, my girlfriend got $35,000 bonus, and that was just by sharing the product because she loved it, and it was fabulous results. So, the pay that you get is really quite extraordinary. I've never seen anything like it before. Thank you, Raji. So for us, this business is not just about the money, because if it's a business is just about the money, it doesn't work. It's really about giving you back, giving you a healthy bank balance, but very importantly, giving you back to your family. There's so many people that are working two jobs to get ahead in life. You know, that's very, very sadly, the world needs two incomes the way we are. Whereas for us, it's not just about the money, but it's giving you back to your family. It's giving you back to, you know, a lifestyle and that. And this is what has been super, super attractive for me as a CEO of a company and a chair board, is that I've got a little bit more time. So it really is attractive in that sense. So monthly earnings, this is a statement from the NASDAQ. Okay, so this is a statement which is documented. And, you know, have a look at the medium ranks. And I often say to people, look, you know, would $650 per month, you know, be beneficial to you and your family? Or would $3,000 be beneficial? You know, this company is growing because the product's fabulous. People are then sharing it. And that is actually how the business is growing. So, you know, you can really determine what you make in this company. And, you know, it gives you a plan B. Very importantly, thank you, Raji. Next is the retention. Okay, this product, once people try it, they really don't come off it. They love it. It's you know, it's their daily vitamin almost, although it's not called a vitamin, it's an activator. But every day, it's what they take, and people don't want to come off it. Once they try it, you know, at times if they all of a sudden, you know, go back to feeling the way they were, they come back on it. So, you know, 84% of our sales globally are customers at the moment. So that's a really big deal. You know, it's a consumable. It's a product that's used from month to month, or what they call a sticky product. And it's because it works. It's unique in the world and it works. Thank you, Raji.
Beata, can I just go back to that slide and just say, look, guys, I've done, you know, I've been a health practitioner for many, many years, and I've, you know, I've done I've had a beautiful, led a beautiful life, but I can never go ahead. Like if I wanted to buy a house or like do, you know, bigger things, you know, create more impact on my community, I was always slightly limited by my finance. Well, guys, within less than 2 years, 20 months into the business, I got to a Premier Pro 6, earning exactly what it's showing you here. Almost liberated my family financially. We can now give so much back in our time, in our value, in our commitment to our community, generate much bigger things. And I'm just halfway, like not even halfway. So that's what we're really excited about. We're really excited about people that are passionate about health, that are health advocates, coming in, helping us, helping our mission, and also allowing themselves, elevate themselves a little bit so they can give more. I just wanted to say that because it really, you know, it just really strikes a chord in my heart. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Raji. This has made a lot of difference to a lot of, and that's where the company is. We want to help people, and you know, when you help people, the finances follow. Everybody knows that, but it's got to come from the heart. So, what makes us different? Okay, I'll tell you what makes us different. The culture of our company. Okay, we give back to the community. We really care about the consumer. Okay, the timing of the business. The business is growing. The product is unique in the world. Okay, there's no other products. We have patents on the products. The compensation plan is so incredibly generous. Yeah. And the company itself, you know, or the way that we support you, that's the different. You've got some of the greatest leaders in this company training people. So that's what makes us different. So what I would like to ask, please, where do you see yourself? You know, again, many people need a second income. They need that additional, you know, $500, $2,000, you know, $3,000 per month. It makes a world of difference to a lot of people. And, you know, 2020 is a new decade. We will support you. We give tremendous support. We give tremendous training. Our systems, our duplicating systems are next to none. Okay, and right along the way, we hold your hand to success because we actually need people to distribute these products because there are so many people who need, you know, help, who are stressed, who are anxious. We actually need help in order to, you know, to distribute that. So how do you start? Okay, well, become a customer, please, because everybody needs it. I personally want to reach about 10 million people, because I've got a lot of people that actually have so many ailments and that, and this product helps, you know, and then help us to get it out to the wider people, because when people try this, they don't come off it. They're so grateful. We actually have a gift, and you know, we can share that with the world. You know, you order a pack, and in your pack, you know, you can sell your pack, you can get your money back from the pack. It's really quite a different business setup. So I think it's a really important you know, way of doing business. And again, it's like an e-commerce business. You get a website, you get everything included in your pack. Okay, and you work with us to change people's lives, and you change your life in the same process. So you know, it really is something worthwhile. But look, I'd love to take the opportunity to say thank you. I don't take this presenting lightly. You know, I've got people's lives in the palm of my hand, and I know personally how many people I've helped with their health, and equally with their wealth. And you know, our company policy is really from the heart, and to ensure that, you know, we look after you from woe to go. So, you know, please go back to the person who has actually invited you, and you know, explore this further, because it's certainly worthwhile.
Thank you so much, Beata. That was fantastic. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know also, like, we've got one of the best teams in the company worldwide, which is called Team Activate. We train, we support people, and this is what we love doing the most. We love supporting people. We love taking their hand and going, okay, this is step by step. So you're not alone. You're in a community. You're in a tribe. This has become my second family now. Less than 2 years. Beata, my really close business partner, and we just love what we're doing. And we know that you're going to love that too. So get back to the person who introduced you. And thank you very much for your time today, listening to our presentation. And we'll hopefully see you soon. Thank you.